I think that ties the series at 101. Is that right? 102, is that what it is? So it's been a great rivalry for a lot of years. Our crowd was fantastic. I can't believe we had, 9,500 coming off of 4 stinkers in a row on the road. That's why this job's a special job. We're going to be home now until January 2nd. We've got to continue to learn how to win. That was a real positive win for us because of the nature of the win, being down and figuring out a way late to come back and get ahead and go get one. We did it defensively. We had a big offensive rebound by Chris where he got fouled there late that we had not been getting. We defensive boarded for the most part over the last 10 minutes. They did have a couple of putbacks. Miller had one. They had another one that were baskets. But Julian Washburn did a great job on Watson in the second half. We switched and we put Bo on Cy. We were really worried about Bo on Cy because he's a small forward, and he did a great job on Cy in the second half. We probably had him mismatched there early because Watson killed us in the first half. As important as anything was Cedric Lang's job on the foul way. I thought he really limited his catches over the course of the second half down on the block, but just by fronting the post. Julian Washburn kind of got off the snide with a 20-point game, which is real encouraging. Got a lot of his stuff around the basket tonight, which he should be able to do with his athleticism. Just a real solid all-around win. And for the freshman to step up and knock down those 2 free throws is just huge. I don't think he's made one in practice. And I wasn't feeling just real comfortable with him up there, but we will the next time he gets up there. He did a great job.
What about those and one?
Bo's and one was a big play. We wanted to go to the block and get something deep. We were real concerned because we only had 3 team fouls, and we were under 45 seconds on the clock. And we knew that when they inbounded, if we could get a basket, we would be down 2. We were going for a 2-pointer. If we got a basket, we'd be down 2, and then we were going to have to foul quick immediately, 3 straight trips. That's why we subbed Taman in there and went small. And we got a break with the double dribble. And they threw it off of Julian's back and took it the length of the court. We didn't have to foul. And we were able to use our last timeout in that situation to go run our next play, what we were going to try to run on the block. And just all worked out. It lined up for us tonight.
Coach, season's early. You said it coming off of 4 stinkers. How bad did you guys need this win, though, early in the year like this?
Well, I'll say this. If you can survive what we went through mentally and know that whoever you play down the stretch is not going to be as good as Arizona, okay? Well, Memphis will be as talented, okay? And you go back and you can say, okay, we're within 6 with 6 minutes to go, all right? With Oklahoma, they beat a very good West Virginia team. They're going to beat a lot of teams in the Big 12. And we're down 4 with 52 seconds to go, all right? So that's why you do those things. We got crushed against Clemson. We got crushed against Vandy. Real disappointed, in those games. But we needed to be back home, and we needed to learn how to win. And it would have been devastating to have lost it tonight just because these kids needed one, and they're still figuring out who they are. We're still a very young team, the 12th youngest team in the country. Scoring is still, an event. It's an event every time we get to the offensive end in terms of what might happen. We don't know, every time. But our execution was better tonight. And we got to the foul line. We made more free throws than they attempted, which was a positive. And we played a team that dominated Louisiana Lafayette on the boards, beat them 22 boards, and we hung around. It's not another strong suit of ours. But let's just hope we can string some more together at home and then see where we are in league play.
Only two games in the next 19 days.
Is that all?
Is that going to do this?
Thank God. Yeah. We really need to practice, and we need to work on an awful lot of things in terms of execution, and this will give us an opportunity to do that. And and the other reason it was structured this way, we're going to grab Mackenzie Moore here before long, and then we're going to grab Connor coming back from injury, and we're going to be able to integrate those guys into what we're doing. So it's real positive.
You have UNLV and Oregon coming up here, Coach. What is this?
When do they come in?
The 17th and the 19th?
of December?
Yes.
That's a long time.
I know we have a ways here coming, but, this win, very important there at the end, the way you guys were able to finish this particular game.
Yeah.
How impressed are you with your team's ability to be able to finish, especially in the last minute of play?
Well, it's just so important just from the confidence standpoint, I think, more than anything else. We're going to be continuing to play the best non-conference schedule, in my opinion, in the United States. And we just are, every night out. Every coach asked me if I was on drugs when we did that, or did our athletic director make us do that. But we wanted to do that, and we chose to do this. And we'll hope that we can survive it, and then get into league play and see where we are. And it should bode well for us if we can steal some wins. Idaho will not be an easy game. Their RPI was higher than ours a year ago, or lower than ours, a better RPI. None of them are easy. Nebraska, I saw, was beating Wake Forest. I don't know if they beat them last night or not, but it was a road game. We've got Colorado State on the road. They just won by 18 at Washington. UNLV, Oregon. It's brutal, but these kids will get better if we can get back home now and get in front of our crowd.
I heard that you practiced nothing but defense this last week.
Well, let me tell you something. I didn't say a word yesterday's practice. That was all Phil Johnson. I sat over there because I was really nasty to the young fellas in our film session the day before, and I was worried about losing them in terms of their vulnerability. And he just gave them a different voice, but the same intensity. And he was great yesterday. I was able to sit there and tell him, good job. I was a come on, coach. Good job. Come on, fellas. And Phil was crushing them, but he did a great job.
You got to be a good cop.
Yeah, that's kind of nice to do every now and then.
Coach, despite losing the rebound battle tonight, did you see some improvement from previous efforts?
It just hasn't been a strong suit, and John Bohannon should be a better rebounder than this. And he plays too many minutes, 35 minutes to get 5 rebounds at his size, and he had a lot of 13, 14 rebound games last year, averaged 8.9. Okay, that's got to get better. And if it does, his scoring will improve. Chris Washburn, we're going to have an opportunity to emphasize that with him during this break. But a lot of good things happened tonight.
Will you find out about more during this break that you have?
About McKenzie?
Yes, sir.
Well, he'll be eligible when he completes his last final, okay, whenever that is, whenever we start taking finals. He's projecting the UNLV game. That's what he's projecting.
Tucker kind of the same path?
Connor should be back earlier than that, we're hopeful. His cast came off yesterday, and he's able to do limited shooting right now, but he couldn't withstand, catching a ball right now with a broken hand. So he needs a little bit more time.
Coach, that final play, did you call for a double team on Mullins?
On who?
On Mullins?
No, we did not. We did not call for a double team. We did not. We wanted to utilize a foul because we only had 5 team fouls before they got to the half-court line, and that happened with 3.2. And we just wanted to guard and keep them in front of us without fouling. Keep them in front without fouling. Didn't need a steal. Just needed to keep them in front and try to rebound the defensive board. Yeah. All right. And I would like to commend New Mexico State. I thought they're gonna be great again. That's another NCAA tournament team that they've got. So it's a good win for us.